Well, James Milner says the red card galvanised Liverpool. Let's have a look at that sending off on his full debut, on his first game in a red shirt at Anfield. What went through Darwin Nunez's mind?
Well, we don't know. We saw Anderson pointing at him after the incident. I don't know what was going on. You could see him there, you know, having a little knock at each other. And then once this goes in, he says something to him. And then, you know, that's the reaction. And the thing with it is that I was surprised simply because Liverpool, that's not what they're about. They're not about reacting and doing it. So it's something he's going to have to learn quickly, because he obviously was very frustrated with the way it went. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that Anderson's gone down for nothing. Look, he's tried to do that there. That's what it was. He's tried to put his head into him, and he's saying to him, "Hey," and so now he's pushed him, and I can't see where the actual heads hit the face, but at the same time you can't react like that. And Liverpool can't have players reacting like that, and that's why they've not had players reacting like that, because it means so much to them to be able to stay on the pitch against a very well organised Palace side that are very dangerous on the break.
Yes, all of last season at Anfield, Liverpool only dropped 8 points, but 2 dropped already in their first home game of the season. They have 2 draws on the board. They did manage with the 10 men to get a point. It seems a really crazy question, Michael, just 2 matches into the season, but they're already 4 points behind Manchester City. How potentially damaging is that scenario already?
Yeah, it is, because when you look at the 2 fixtures, you'd certainly expect Liverpool to get at least 4 points, I mean, probably 6. It's not like they've gone and played Man City and Chelsea or something in the first 2 games, so he will be very disappointed with that start to the season. Long way to go, lots of points to play for, we all know, but it puts pressure on you. It means that you can't have many more mistakes, and it's a long season. You want a bit of a buffer sometimes, but they're not going to have it now. They could be playing a chasing game, certainly for the first half of the season. So it's not ideal, but as I say, Liverpool have still got a long way to catch up.
Credit to Palace tonight, and should they have got more than a point?
Yeah, absolutely. Could have won the game. I think the chances that Wilfried Zaha had on another day, you know, a couple of poor touches, a couple of bad decisions with the last one. That's definitely got to be his left foot's coming across the goal, just get it on target. And you know, the Palace, you can't expect Palace to do any more with going to Anfield. They're going to have to play on the counter attack, and if you're going to do that, you're going to have to take the chances what you get. Unfortunately, he did take one of them, but the 2 what he missed, you'd like to feel that on another day Wilfried Zaha probably scores those. But I think that you know, you look at Liverpool, you talk about, you know, are they losing? Yes, they are losing ground, because we know what City are capable of. But at the same time, can't underestimate any team in the Premier League. You know, I thought Fulham were brilliant, and Patrick, and the way he set up his team today, they done well. But they got a helping hand through Nunez.
Yes, we'll come to that in a moment. But the second weekend of the Premier League is complete. It all started, of course, with Villa's first win of the season. No points on the board yet for Everton. 6 out of 6 for Arsenal. 0-0 between Brighton and Newcastle. No problems for the champions against Bournemouth. Come back from Southampton to get a point against Leeds. No goals at Molineux. The stunning scoreline of the weekend. Brentford 4. Manchester United 0. Brentford's first win over United since 1938. Nottingham Forest, after 23 years waiting for Premier League football at the City Ground, beating West Ham by 1-0. And of course that spiky, crazy London derby 2-2 between Chelsea and Spurs, and a draw tonight at Anfield between 10 men Liverpool and 11 Crystal Palace. Liverpool coming back to get a 2nd point of the season. So very early days, only 2 games in, but only 2 teams with a 100% record. Not surprisingly, one of those is the champions. The other, Arsenal. 2 games in last season, of course, they didn't have a point on the board. 6 out of 6 so far. Brentford amongst the teams on 4. And at the bottom, 3 teams yet to register a point, and the one with the worst goal difference, Manchester United. First time since 1929 they've played the first 2 league games of the season and haven't registered a point. And in Fantasy Premier League, Gabriel Jesus' 2 goals and 2 assists in Arsenal's home victory over Leicester saw him lead the way in game week 2 with 19 points, rewarding the 73% of FPL players that own the Brazilian striker. Leeds' Rodrigo, the £6.1 million midfielder, scored 2 goals away at Southampton to help him to 15 points. That was the same total as Wolves goalkeeper Jose Sarr, following his clean sheet and penalty save from Alexander Mitrovic in the goalless draw with Fulham at Molineux.